Welcome back to the Ed Show. We've got some breaking news to pass along right now. A law enforcement official told NBC News a short time ago that New York Congressman Michael Grimm is expected to plead guilty to one count of tax fraud tomorrow in federal court. Grimm, charged in April with 20 felony counts for allegedly concealing more than $1 million in wages and sales from a restaurant that he co-owned in Manhattan. When asked about the guilty plea today, Grimm's attorney had no comment. I want to bring in NBC News congressional correspondent Luke Russert for a little bit more information here. Luke, what more do we know?
Well, what we know is sort of what you just said, Craig, that in fact we do expect Michael Grimm to plead guilty to that one federal count of tax avoidance. And this goes into a long-standing investigation into Mr. Grimm's activities. He has been accused of in the past of some pretty serious things, campaign finance irregularities, having ties with someone who was believed to be associated with the mafia. And there were, in fact, those 20 counts in the original indictment. So this is, in fact, going to be the case that only will plead guilty to one. That means he somehow was able to avoid the other 19. All that being said, Michael Grimm was reelected in these last midterms, Craig, and this is his third term as a member of Congress. He has come under scrutiny from Democrats before for these improprieties alleged, and so they've run against that in the past. They didn't really put up too much of a fight in this last race, but expect there to be calls from Democrats once this becomes more official for him to step down. I reached out to GOP leadership aides today. They did not offer any response right away as to whether or not the leadership within his own party would call him to step down. But I don't suspect that John Boehner would want to have to deal with someone like Michael Grimm, an admitted felon in his conference heading into the new year. It's not the type of message Republicans want to push, Craig.
Is he looking at jail time here?
Could be. We do not know what exactly his plea will encompass. So that's something to keep an eye on tomorrow. He goes to federal court in Brooklyn at 1 p.m. But I would be really surprised, Craig, if by the start of the next Congress, he still is a member of Congress. I don't see how John Boehner doesn't try and move to at least force him out behind the scenes. That's speculation from my part, but knowing how Boehner operates, he does not like people who do things like this in his conference.
Luke Russert following it all for us from D.C. This Monday afternoon. Luke, thanks as always, sir. Do appreciate you. Coming up, immigration action spurs infighting in the GOP. Our rapid response panel will weigh in on that. Then a little bit later, Picture Perfect. We will take a look at the year of the selfie.